Here we go. What's up, you guys? It's Saturday, and we don't have basketball today, so I'm not on the court. I promised you guys that I would just turn on the camera wherever I was, and this is me doing that. So we can still go over the Saturday stuff. Saturdays in the book, right here, in this book, they are meant to be open gyms. All right. We have since moved our open gym times to Thursdays. But right now, we're not even doing those. So that will start at the new year. And then we moved our Sunday shooting to Tuesdays because I needed the entire weekend for games. And I know you guys, I mean, the open gyms just weren't popping on the weekends. So once we switched them to Thursdays, they were a little bit better. So I believe Thursdays, doubling them up with our team practices will be for the best. Same with our Tuesday shooting, doubling up with those practices, those will be for the best as well. So we can just play games on the weekend. All right. With that said, we do still have an itinerary that will be solely dedicated to the day of Saturday still. So that's what this is. If I happen to be on the court, we'll be filming some games. Maybe we'll be filming me coaching. Hopefully, I'm not cussing too much. We might, I don't know, like go over like in depth some of the stuff where I can maybe like display some of it for you. If it's like a fun game, we can have some kids actually play it. If we happen to be out there, Saturdays and Sundays are whatever. Maybe I might interview a coach. I don't know. If you have any ideas what I should do, any kind of suggestions, please leave those in the comment section below. Some of these will be live streamed. Some of these will be pre-recorded. Again, I'm just gonna let Saturday and Sunday just speak for itself, but I will give you guys 30 minutes of my time on Saturday and Sunday. So I always read through the comments, so you can always leave those. You guys can probably chat in this. If it's pre-recorded, I will set it to premiere so that you guys can chat amongst yourselves. Because I know that the interactivity of all these things is huge. All right. So first things first, we're going to go to our itinerary and then pull up Saturday stuff to see the quote of the day, to see the drills and everything like that. So today's quote of the day is life is the childhood of our immortality. All right. That's a lot of big words. All right. So life is the childhood of our immortality. Again, I know when I say things to kids, a lot of the times, especially like 4-year-olds, they're like, okay, uh-huh, uh-huh. But when they get older, not so many are like that, but it's still like half. Half the kids, if you say something to them that's a little bit above their pay grade, they'll just be like, yeah. And it's the weirdest thing. It's like you're a foreigner and don't know English. Just say that you don't understand the words. Or like maybe you can try to comprehend them better. All right, so listen to this, please. Life is the childhood of our immortality. All right, what that means is life is the beginning, and immortality means like your name is never gonna die. So basically, you're like Babe Ruth, you're like Wilt Chamberlain, you're like Michael Jordan. His name isn't gonna die anytime soon. All right, people won't just forget about him, right? He's basically immortal, like a god. All right, in a very, very real way, because that's how our gods probably started too, like Hercules. Like there was a movie called Troy that had, who was the main character? Achilles. All right, named after our Achilles heel, or the Achilles heel was named after him. Pretty sure it was the latter. All right, but the entire movie, he was like the best fighter in the entire world. Right? It's actually in our challenge section, I believe. Is it one of the movie clips in our challenge section? I don't know, but we do have movie clips in our challenge section. I'm pretty sure that the Troy clip is on there. I'm not sure which clip though, so maybe it's not. I don't know, but yeah. Either way though, he really wanted to become immortal. So like he's like fighting and stuff like that, and this one time like this guy that he's fighting, the King Hector or Prince Hector maybe, he tripped on a rock, and the guy was like, no, no, no. Get up. He didn't want to win that way because he knew if he won that way, all of time would remember that victory as being for the rock. Not that rock, okay? No, like the actual physical rock on the ground. That, like, especially like in like mythology times, they would have been like Hector was doomed by a rock. Not like he was defeated by Achilles, but Achilles was all about that, right? Turns out, he got shot in the Achilles heel, and that's how the whole like mythology started. At least that's what the movie said. But he really cared about his legacy. about what he will be remembered in like thousands of years. And he even said it. He goes, no one's going to remember your name thousands of years from now. And another movie that is in the movie clip one is from the movie The Eddie the Eagle. And in that movie, the guy, he is like the worst ski jumper in the entire world. He's with the best ski jumper in the entire world going up the elevator. You guys can watch the clip for yourselves. But the best guy says to him, like, you and I are alike. We're on opposite ends of the clock. You're the worst, I'm the best, but we're closer to each other than we are everyone else. Everyone's going to remember who we are. And funny thing is that out of the two people in the elevator, only one of them has a movie about him, okay? And it wasn't the best guy. It's Eddie, all right? So you guys, you become immortalized. You become immortalized. So the entire quote goes, life is the childhood of our immortality. This life is just the beginning of our immortal nature. So basically, you set up, this is your chance to set up what everyone's going to be watching for the rest of time, or they're just going to throw your movie away as soon as you die. All right? So start setting up your immortal nature. I really like that a lot. It's just a great way to think of it because like our lives are so small. If you look at, there's another YouTube video where this guy compares the entire civilization of like the earth or whatever, right? And he says, like, it started out right here, then it got to dinosaurs, then it got to us, then it goes like this. And when you map it out, he said, like, starting on, like, the 60-yard line or something like that, 60 yards into it. He put it on an actual football field. 60 yards into it, we got our first life. And it was like, and it might be more than that. It was like a tiny organism. Then he goes, and then we get down to, like, to the 10-yard line, or, like, maybe the 20, I'm not sure. We have our first dinosaurs. And then he goes, then we have our next dinosaurs on like the 5-yard line. Then we have us only on like it was like 5 inches of the entire football field. That was like the start of us. And he said it's funny because we're closer to the Stegosaurus as the Stegosaurus is to like the Brontosaurus or something like that. Like we are way closer to that dinosaur than that dinosaur is to the other dinosaurs. And in the end, he points out that right before the touchdown area, you get this like blade, this like blade of grass, and that's like all of our lifetime, basically. That's like all that we are. So your life, if you don't make your life last beyond this life, you're just a blade of grass. But then you get like Michael Jordan, he's like 3 blades of grass. All right, people will remember him longer. And I think that being remembered is an amazing thing because now you become a story that will inspire everyone else. Now you become like, I don't know, something like amazing. So yes, that's the quote of the day. 7-word quote of the day. These 7-word ones, they get deep because there's 7 words, dude. What can you do in 1-word quotes, huh? I mean, you need 7 freaking words to come up with something. But once you have 7, it's going to be deep. All right. Anyways, next thing. We got our elementary school stuff would be for the future, all right, weeks. So that would be on a Saturday. These on these days which is what we do on Thursdays. We would play a game, a 5-minute game followed by another 5-minute game, kind of so we can let late people come, but also so we can like work on small things like 3-on-2 fast break stuff for games, like scenarios. But also like there's some fun things to do, like some playground stuff as well. So we include all that stuff before we do open gym. All right? Open gym is 50 minutes of just hard-nosed playing. If you lose, you're off. When you stay on and you guys play for 50 minutes and you're experimenting stuff, you're working on stuff, you're getting competitive, you're getting all your angst out because like, oh man, I haven't played. All we do is work out and practice. No, now we get to play and play and play. And the coach can't take you out, only if you lose, right? So now you have no excuse. Right? Everyone wants the excuse. Well, if I was point guard, I would be amazing. No. Now you can be point guard. Now you can be center. You can do whatever you want. Guard the best player. Go ahead and show me what you got. And I try to not say a word during the open gyms. All right. So that's the open gyms. But to begin with, for elementary school, it would be the clap game. All right, the clap games where we throw you a ball, you try to clap and catch it. And we have a whole bunch of people. And if you don't clap and catch it, you're out. All right. If you don't clap and catch it, you're out. If you try to catch it, drop the ball, you're out. If you, what else is there? Oh, if we fake it at you and then you clap and the ball's not there, then you're out. Only if you clap and then catch it are you still in, and then you throw it back to us. And I have so many tricks for that, but it's a good reactionary drill, good catch drill, especially for the small kids. But I can get the old kids out too. All right, that's the clap game. Then the next one we have is one-on-one mid-post. Back to the basket, then pivot to play. One dribble max. All right, that's just the art of being Carmelo Anthony. How well can you be Carmelo Anthony? You just get the ball in the mid-post, you turn your face, you keep your elbow right in their face, you jab at them, you read them, you see where their hands are, you see where their body is, and then you manipulate the situation. You can shoot a shot, take him to the basket, spin, fake spin, pull-up jumper, go the opposite way. You can do any kind of moves, and if you want to be as efficient as you possibly can within the mid-post, the only way that they can guard you at that point in time is to double-team you. And if they're double-teaming you before you make even a dribble, oh yeah, now you're a dominant player. Now you can just pass out of double teams all day and look like Luka Doncic. All right, so that would be that one. For the middle school, it would be half court shots. All right, for these half court shots, we would be shooting from half court and just seeing who can make the most. All right, so it's let me see who can make the most in a allotted time. So we'll give you 5 minutes. You go over and over and over again, and maybe we'll have like a little like final in the end if two people like tie, whoever gets the closest. Then we have 0 to 2 dribbles, 5 arc spots. Efficient one-on-one from the corners, wings, and top. Now we do these because the open gyms and even our practices and things like that, you guys are going wild, especially games. Now we're gonna make you be a pro, and we're gonna get you to be in a position where you can like dissect the defense and like take your time. And for this one, you get 0, 1, or 2 dribbles. If you can dribble 0 times and score, you get 3 points. It always adds up to 3. So 0 plus 3 equals 3. If you take 1 dribble to score, you get 2 points. So that's 1 plus 2 equals 3. If you take 2 dribbles to score, you get 1 point. If you take 3 dribbles to score, you get no points, and it's not your turn anymore. All right. So, and then the game is to like 11 or something like that. We'll switch spots, so you can practice on different spots of the court. But this is also a defensive drill because I mean, it's hard to try to predict whether they're going to take 0, 1, or 2, dribbles. And usually you just back off them because you're like, oh, you suck, you can't shoot. But now it's worth 3 points rather than 1. Now you're going to have to guard them differently. So offense, take advantage of that. All right? They're going to be scared of your jump shot now. So show it. All right? Just as if you could make it. So it makes you just a better player automatically, even without being a better player, because of the way that we have the points set up. Because if you make the outside shot without a dribble, you get 3 points. So now they're going to be guarding you differently. So we want to see how, once you're able to hit that shot, how's your offense going to be? Because if you can hit shots, they have to guard you differently. This game manipulates that, and it kind of expedites your growth. All right. Last two we got for high school. We got dribble tag. You guys know that game. Will be in the key or in the 3-point arc or in the half court, depending on how many people that we have. Maybe the whole court, maybe the entire gym. Who knows? All right. But you dribble your ball and you don't stop that dribble. And you try to knock other people's balls out of the square or wherever the territory happens to be, and that's dribble tag. As stupid as this game is, it's pretty good for dribbling, and I loved this game. I would even sit down and play it on my butt, and I would just dribble around people in high school because I was cocky. But yes, dribble tag is the game. And then the last one is one-on-one efficiency wins. Oh my God. Okay, the one-on-one efficiency wins is what I said last time for the one-on-one game. The middle school one, the 0 to 2 dribbles, is you just get 0 to 2 dribbles. Your points are the same. My bad. Let me turn that light off. Alexa, turn off the lamp. There we go. All right. It was messing up my lighting, dude. I get automatic timers setting up for things around here, and it's just kind of weird. But yes, so that would be all of them. That's one-on-one efficiency wins. It's for the high school one. That one's 1 to 12. For the 0 to 2 dribbles, 5 arc spots for the middle school, if you're following in the book, that is efficient one-on-one from the corner, the wing, and the top, where you get 0 to 2 dribbles on your own terms, no extra points allowed. All right, so that's everything right there. That's all of our itinerary stuff. So make sure that you guys can, I don't know, if you're on a Saturday and we already had our open gym, you can still do these things on Saturday. No one's stopping you. Find some friends. Play some open gym. All right? Especially if we don't have a game that day. But even if we do have a game that day, later on, play again. All right? So these will just give you ideas. And again, all the stuff's in our book so that you can take care of it. All right? Let me see. The next thing that we're talking about here. Let me check to see this real quick. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. So that's our book right there. Let me see. And this is me right here. Just want to make sure that everything is on top of things. Okay. So in the book, it gives you challenges. Just simple challenges, like the homework challenges. And the one for this month, since we're in September, is this one right here. It's the epic drill. The epic drill is practice, attempt, or improve in this unique layup drill for 1, 2, 5, or more minutes every day. The goal is to get quicker and make more shots. So it's throw the ball up for a layup and then bounce it off the catch. Bounce, then between your legs. Bounce, then between your legs, then you shoot with the opposite side. Yeah, bounce between your legs, opposite side. So it sounds easy, but it's really, really hard. You can check that drill out in our drill section, in our search for drill section. You can do that. What's also included is our clinic stuff in here. The clinic stuff is, we're going to bring back clinics as well. Clinics are once a month, and they're on one of 6 facets, like scoring, defense, offensive skill, defensive skills, rebounding, and the one for this month is inside scoring. And we only show you 5 of the 10 tips. Per month we show you 5 because it evened out, and you can just peek ahead to see the other 5. For the actual clinic, we'll do all 10. But for the 5 that it says today is rotate to passing angles. Players should move to where the passer can see them. Look off defenders. You may also think to pass first to better your chance to score. Finish strong by instigating the contact and by expecting to get fouled. Use your off arm to fend off the defenders while shooting, and finish towards the basket and follow your shot for the potential rebound. So those are all tips that you should remember, that you should recall, that you should understand how to do to help you become a better basketball player. So out of the 6 different facets, that's 60 different tips. If you can apply just like a minute part of that, like maybe 5 of those for 4 games, you'll be an immeasurably better player. But if you can include as many as you can, now you'll be like a freaking legend. Okay, that's that. We have the movie of the day now. The movie of today, we're talking about. It's not the first, not the second grade, not the third grade, but the 4th grade movie of the day. 4th grade movie of the day is Rocky 3. Rocky 3. Let me see. So, okay, if you don't know the Rocky franchise, it was Rocky 1 was filmed by Sylvester Stallone. He's like the guy that played Rocky. And it was like a movie that he made. He wasn't even like a filmmaker. He was like trying to be. He like would watch films to like learn how to do films. And he like made this movie, and then he tried to get it produced, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, we like it, but we don't want you to star in it." And he goes, "No, I got to star in it." But they're like, "But you're not a good actor." And he's like, "No, I got to do this. I got to do this." So he wound up like doing it himself, and it got Best Picture with him acting in it. And all those other people were probably kicking themselves, but yeah, and like his story is like a Rocky story, because Rocky in the movie, he was like a down and out boxer, kind of past his prime or whatever, sucked, but he got this chance at like to fight the world champion, and he made the most of it. And there was like 5 different Rockies, but then after those 5, when years passed, and then there was Rocky 6 where he like came back as like an old man, and then there was like Creed, all the Creed franchises from the Rocky franchise too. So now since then there's been like that's like 9 total movies, and they're probably coming out with the 10th. But this one is the 3rd one out of all of them. There's one really bad one that one's Rocky 5. This one is Rocky 3. Okay, this one, it might be bad, but it was like fun, and it was like sad in a way, because I don't want to tell you what happens, but like there's some sad parts in it, and then there's like a cool part, because like the bad guy from part 1 and 2, who's like the Apollo Creed guy, whose son is Creed. They actually like team up in this one, and they like train together, and then it was like a white guy training with a whole bunch of black guys because they taught him like better rhythm. So you saw like that facet of it, and then all of a sudden it like it also has Mr. T in it, the guy that wears all the chains with the freaking like a buzz cut right there with the mohawk. He was in the A-Team, and he's in the movie as like the bad guy. And then there was Hulk Hogan was randomly in the movie as a wrestler, and he was like enormous in the movie. So it was a really fun episode, and it was like exploring what it was like once Rocky won the championship, but then he got too rich basically, and he didn't like want to like, he was working out, but he was like facing like bad people because his manager thought he should just make money and he shouldn't go against other great fighters. So they kept ducking people. So it was like resting on your laurels and that you shouldn't do that. And he had to find his spirit again and had to like figure that out too. So it's a pretty good Rocky movie. Most people wouldn't, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing 42 stars. That's a lot of stars for a movie that I just dogged. That's a lot of stars. I suggest watch this movie, especially if you're a fourth grader. If you watch it, please put that in the homework section as a movie review. Just tell us about it. Tell us whether you liked it or not. That's it. Just talk about it for 30 minutes. These movies are meant to inspire so that you can like push on, especially on the days that where you don't want to. All right, moving on. We got our motivational story of the day. Now, normally I would play it. Wait, can I play this one? Okay, wait. Let me try to play it, okay? I got my phone here, and I'm filming on the iPad. I'm going to try to play it. If it doesn't play well, that's like my bad, okay? I'm just going to type in the name into YouTube. Okay, can I get it? I got to find it first. I got to find it. See, hey, guys, you never know what's going to happen on live TV, do you? But okay. Content, there we go. All right, I'm going to search my videos. There we go. All right. Here we go. Now let me get to it right here. I'll pause it so it starts when you're looking at it. Turn that volume up a lot, like that. And okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but here we go. What to do with a mistake? Recognize it, admit it, learn from it, forget it. Well, that was interesting. Okay. So I think I heard it. I heard it well enough, but let me read it again. All right, what to do with a mistake? All right, recognize it, admit it, learn from it, forget it. All right, a lot of people like to start with that last step. You know what I'm talking about? They make the mistake, or they like lose at the game, or like some little kid will score on them, and they'll be like, just forget it. It never happened. Guys, that is a step. You are correct in that you must move on. But that's the last step. All right? Don't just jump to that step. I know it's great for your mental psyche, and I agree with that, which is why we have it. But you're skipping steps. All right? So don't skip steps. 1, recognize the mistake. Recognize it as the mistake. Like, be like, yes, I messed up. I ask Noah all the time. Like, I'll catch him. I'll be like, yo, you did this. And he's like, no, I didn't. And it's like, what? If you won't even admit that you did it, you got no chance. And again, I understand that you want to forget about it, but right now we can't. We have to kind of like figure this out so you don't make the same mistake again, so that you can like get improved because of it. Okay, you're like making mistakes is great if you use it. If you just forget about it, it's like it's the worst thing ever. It's what you thought it was. All right. So 1, recognize the mistake. 2, admit it. That's what I just said, right? Admit it. Say yes. So you saw the mistake, which some people don't even see, right? Like rewind that. So some people, like, if they're not told, they don't even see the mistake. They'll be like, this is my shot. That's my shot. And it's like, no, dude, did you know that you messed up? And they're like, what? That's like recognizing it, understanding that it was a mistake. Then 2 is admitting it. So you saw it. That's 1. 2, you admit that it was a mistake. You don't try to come up with excuses. And you can do this as fast as you want, by the way. We don't have to dwell on it for 20 minutes. You can see it and then be like, yeah, and then boom, and then you can forget about it. But you have to go through those steps. You guys just start off by forgetting about it. That's the dumbest thing ever. And then some of you guys dwell on it forever too. That's not good either. All right? So recognize it, admit it, then learn from it. So how are you going to correct it? What are going to be your steps? Like, yeah, okay, so like you're in a burning building and you turned right and that was the wrong way because there's all this fire there and you got burned and you're like, you recognized it and then you admitted, oh crap, I went the wrong way. But now what are you going to do? You're going to learn from it? I mean, are you going to be like, okay, don't go back down this corridor? Don't touch the fire-looking thing on the ground. Are you gonna learn from it? Because if you're not, you're just gonna keep going right back down that hall over and over and over again. People are gonna be like, "Yo, you already ruled out that hallway. Why do you keep going down that hallway? It's burning there, right?" So you gotta learn from it, and then you can forget it. After that, you can forget it. So, what to do with the mistake? Recognize it, admit it, learn from it, and forget it. Forget about it. That's the best one. All right. Again, we have a whole bunch of things all year long. We're going to start with games next week, so not this upcoming weekend. Tomorrow, on Sunday, I'm actually going to be coaching. Someone asked me to coach some high school players, but it's not for like a team. It's like for a camp. And they were like, "You can pass out your business cards," and I was like, I'll do it, but they're not going to take it. But who cares? And I just like the chance to coach, like the chance to help out people. It's all good, and so it's going to be interesting to be coaching some older players who are already kind of like more established. It's going to be like girls in the morning and boys in the evening. So I bring that up to say, I'll bring the camera, I'll bring the tripod. I don't know what it's going to be like, but that's what the show is going to be like tomorrow. So it's just going to be me coaching these random guys. And I think we get some hours off, but it's going to be like from 8 in the morning to 8 at night. So if it's my hour off, maybe then I can do like a show and I can talk to some kids about it or something like that. But if it's my hour on, then I'll just I'll have the camera out and we'll see what kind of show that we can make of it. I have no idea what it's going to be like. I think it's going to be hilarious, but we'll see. I think some days it'll be cool, some days it'll be not, but it'll get better as time goes on. And that's how your workouts are too, right? I mean, sometimes you do bad, sometimes you do amazing, and but eventually you just get better and better and better. So continue to do that. Continue to get better at it. And if you guys follow along that path where you have your ups and downs, but eventually you keep going up and up and up, and I keep trying my hardest just like you guys are trying your hardest, we're going to get there together. And we're going to create that culture that we need to have you guys get to the higher levels. And honestly, like I tell you guys all the time what my guesses are. I'm like, yeah. Kieran, I think that you could be a D1 player. Noah, I think that you could be like a D3 player if you try really, really hard. All right. But I don't know if that's true or not. I might be dead off. You guys could try absolutely your hardest and not make it to that level. But you could try less than your hardest, I guess, or whatever, and make it higher. You're right. But chances are you should probably try your hardest. Chances are what I'm saying has some bearing in reality, but you don't have to pay attention to that, especially for the negative way. Say that you want to go higher because we're all shooting for the NBA. And I'm shooting to make this program like the best program that's ever walked the face of the earth, okay? That's why I keep working on stuff forever, even though like no one's really paying attention sometimes. And I feel like my fight is your fight. And it's like we're both the underdogs. And I didn't grow up as an underdog, so like this is like a cool feeling for me. And I'm like, let's go, baby, let's fight, right? So I want you guys to fight that way as well. So make sure that you're fighting every single day and that you understand that everyone's against you and take that chip on your shoulder and keep going. All right? Declan's going to have his be in charge of the elementary school team. That should be an exciting experience for him because he hasn't had that yet, right? Whereas everyone else is going to be moving up and on, right? And soon Noah's going to be in charge of our high school team, right? We're going to see what's going to happen with that. Again, the lamp came on. Alexa, turn off the lamp. There we go. But yes, so that's about my time. I think that's what that was telling me. And don't forget that the quote of the day, you guys, is life is the childhood of our immortality. If you want to get that tattoo on your body somewhere, go ahead and do it. Maybe get it in Latin or something, because it's a deep, deep, deep quote. You don't have to do any push-ups for it since we aren't working out. But if we did go on Thursday, you would have had to do push-ups then if you didn't know it. But yes, life is the childhood of our immortality. That's the prequel, if you will. All right, this whole life is just a setup. It's just setting us up for what kind of movie people are going to be watching about us in the future. It's what did you do with your 100 years? 75, 50, 25, however many years you got. What did you do with them? What did you do during your basketball years, those 7 to 10 years? Or for me, it was 20, right? What did you do with those years? All right? And will there be a legacy for you? Will Limitless Hoops live on? That's what I want to know for myself. All right. So what are you going to do with your immortality? Will you become immortal where no one can kill you off and people will be talking about you hundreds of years from now? Do you even want that? Do you want that? If you do want that, go get that. Anyways, that is my time. All right. It was nice talking to you guys on Saturday. All right. And thanks for watching the show. But make sure that you guys also get out and get to work. All right. Anyways, Reese's Pieces, homies. End this thing.